So this is a video I actually expected to make a lot sooner. I had to wait until I got my new microphone, which is why I sound so much more quality than usual. Now, if you couldn't tell by the background gameplay, I'm going to be talking about the brand new Hoopapalooza, the new team deathmatch game to take over them all, that game being Marvel Rivals. I think throughout me playing over the past few days in this very early stage of its launch, that Marvel Rivals is a very good game for what it is, and I think NetEase Games did a really good job for what they were intending. Now, is that to say that I think the game is perfect? No, by no means. I think the game has quite a few flaws in its early release stages here, but any game has release stages like those, such as Wanda's range. I think for a character that's supposed to play like Zenyatta from Overwatch, that is like a crazy range to put on an auto-target, no-aim character. Like, just look at this.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Now, I hope I don't have to explain why that range is kind of stupid, and you guys could kind of pick it up. And if you can't, then I don't really know what to tell you. There are a lot of characters who are, like, kind of overtuned like that. Like Wanda, she'd be fine without that crazy range. I think she would be a super, like, perfectly balanced character. And there are characters that I also think are, like, the same as Wanda, you know, just a little overtuned. I think Magic also fits into that category really well. She has a lot of damage. Now, I know that doesn't look like much right out of the gate, but you gotta understand, those portals, they make her completely invincible for the entire duration of her being in that portal. So, let's pretend I was playing Spider-Man. Let's pretend I was that NPC and I was trying to counter her. Well, my first thought, whenever I would see her, is to stick her with a web and then do my web dash. Well, the web dash is now out because she was in the portal, and she's completely immune to damage for that duration. And I don't say it's some crazy thing where she needs to be, you know, gutted and nerfed, but I do say I faced some frustration from getting too tapped at full health as Spider-Man from Magic, and I think she could benefit from a small damage nerf. Now, there are a couple elephants in the room in terms of game balancing that I haven't mentioned yet, but I'll go over one. Now, I don't even probably have to say his name for you guys to know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Iron Fist. Now, Iron Fist has a lot to his kit, and I think the overarching thing that makes him very, very broken is his auto-tracking on his basic attacks. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not called auto-tracking. I don't know what it's called, so that's what I called it. But I think that exact thing is what makes Iron Fist so powerful. That paired with all of his other stuff, the shields on basic attacks, the heal, everything, including the dash that does damage and the triple jump, I think removing that one singular piece of his kit will balance him out a lot more. And maybe nerf his heal a little bit, because I find it kind of ridiculous that he can go from 25 HP to 300 in less than 3 seconds. There are also some characters that I feel like are a little bit underpowered. One of those, and I know I'm gonna get laughed at for saying this, but I feel like one of those characters is actually Spider-Man, who you can see me playing right here. Now, playing Spider-Man normally works out one of two ways for you. You either see an enemy in the air like Iron Man or Storm, you hit them with a web, you web zip up to them, you uppercut them, and then they're dead. The other way it can go is that you miss one of your web shots, and then you keep trying to compensate until you're out, but then you're left as a sitting duck trying to get away because your web shooters take about a snail's pace to refill. Sometimes I find myself falling asleep at my chair while I wait for his webs to reload just so I can shoot people again. I don't say this as a Spider-Man is super underpowered and he needs a buff, because Spider-Man, if buffed, could easily break the entire game due to how strong he already is. But I just personally believe his cooldowns are really, really long. Now, I know I sound like I've been trashing on the game the entire video, mainly because I have, but I will say Marvel Rivals is really good. It's really fun, and especially for having only been released, 5 days ago, I'm really liking the direction the game is going, and I really hope that it isn't one of those games that kind of like die off like the finals did. Um, Rest in peace, the finals. But I think just through those small balance changes, this game would be so much more fun to play. And even besides gameplay, this game just has so much going for it. The map design is beautiful, the voice directing and voice acting is amazing. I can't tell you guys how much of a treat it was for me whenever I launched up the game for the first time and heard Yuri Lowenthal as Spider-Man. It was just a nice little cherry on top of the whole game, you know? That pretty much sums up my thoughts about Marvel Rivals so far. There are some things I didn't cover. Maybe I'll make another video about this game, or maybe I'll stream this game a little here and there. It really depends on what I'm feeling like doing. You can probably expect a new upload sometime next week. I'm in a much more stable spot to upload videos now, so I'd like to start doing that a little more frequently. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are enjoying Marvel Rivals right now, and I might make some more content on the game here and there. It really depends on what I'm feeling, how this video does. But anyways, have a nice rest of your day, guys.